Hey guys, how's it going? Clover back again, and today we're going to be checking up on the January 24th, 2023 patch notes. These are one of the more anticipated ones because this is the hyped up Roadhog rework patch. And so we'll kind of see how that works out, but we do need to start off with Orisa. Orisa Fortify, health bonus reduced from 125 to 75, so she loses out on 75 over health. I don't think that really matters too much, and her overall placement in terms of the tank role, she's still going to be meta, or at least one of the strongest. Like, if you go to pro play, probably not, because her ult is garbage and stuff. But for most ranks, you know, the fact that she can interact with everything and her javelin can stun and has the most uptime for a stun, plus it does a considerable amount of damage, makes her really strong. So the rock, paper, scissors element is still going to be reduced to Orisa versus Orisa. You know, the effective HP that you would gain from Fortify is more substantial than the health you would actually gain from Fortify itself. So this really doesn't affect anything except in the slight cases where Orisa will die a little bit more, but it's only just slight. All right, Roadhog. So chain hook, impact damage reduced from 30 to 5. And importantly, the enemy final position distance from Roadhog after being pulled in has been increased to 3 to 4 meters. So now when you hook someone in, they're going to be 1 meter further away, which makes it a little bit harder for you to land the pellets consistently. So basically, you're not aiming for headshots anymore unless they're a very large head hitbox. You're just aiming for center mass. I don't think that's anything, you know, people were too surprised about. You're still aiming for center mass most of the time. But the scrap gun, more importantly, damage per pellet reduced from 6.6 to 6. So let's do some math here. So in the body, you would deal 165. And so if we go 165 divided by 6.6, that means there are 25 pellets. So 25 pellets times 6, that's going to deal 150 damage. So you lose out on 15 damage. And then you add on top of that the impact damage from the hook being reduced from 30 to 5. You suddenly can't do 40. You do 40 less damage than you would normally with the combo. So you cannot one-shot 250 HP heroes, and you're barely killing 225 HP heroes. So that's essentially what happened. And then they have some compensation buffs to the gun itself, where you basically do more damage over time, but the one shot is really what carried that. So let's go into practice range to really test this one out. So here we are. We got Soldier right here, 200 HP, if you didn't know. So if I could left click and melee and kill him, and then you add in the hook, you know, that would be plenty enough to kill someone, but it's not anymore. So what this really does is put an emphasis on landing the combo consistently. So if you're up close here, you'll need to left click, hook, walk in, and like shoot and melee. But on long ranges, when you're near max hook range, something like, let's go here, you need to land the skill shot of your right click too, because that will be enough for you to, ooh, I missed. That will be enough for you to one shot. So let me try that again. So right click, use that. So that's the only way. If you're from that max hook range and you do a left click, you can no longer one shot 200 HP targets. So it puts more of an emphasis and strictness on the combo itself. So you do have to land that secondary skill shot from long ranges. He's still effective from close range, so they didn't remove his ability to one shot, but it's in those cases where if you don't perform your combo properly, like this, like you're just going to miss out on a target. You will probably still land them on Zenyatta's no matter what, because look at his hitbox, he's just a big square. So yeah, you're still going to kill him, but the smaller, thinner heroes, let's even go Sojourn here. Right, she's getting out, she's sliding away. May can ice block, Reaper can wraith out. Those last second opportunities where, you know, your Kiriko might miss half a second, well, now they'll be left at 1 HP. The Suzu comes in, they're immortal, and they find a way to escape. So Roadhog overall has been nerfed to the ground to the point where plat players, you probably won't see a lot of Roadhog. And if you do, well, then he's playing the least optimal tank. This immediately puts him in D tier, and that's not a bad thing. All right, let's go back to the patch notes. The next hero that we have is Sojourn. So with Sojourn, the railgun is now dealing consistent energy charge. So it's no longer based off of the damage you deal, but it's just whether or not you hit one of the pellets. And then the primary fire damage per projectile is reduced from 10 damage to 9. So primary fire got reduced quite a bit, and how you charge energy is slower. So okay, so that should nerf her completely, right? All right, let's go and play some Sojourn here. So what did the Sojourn nerfs really do? For high ranks, nothing, because I could still charge up my railgun pretty well. And I would have to test this out. Let me see if there's an armor HP somewhere here. Yeah, you know what? Let me go back to the training bot. So let me try. Let's get Orisa. I don't have any bots there. So let me just shoot some random guy. There, soldier. I get 5 energy. Now, Orisa has armor HP at the start. I still get 5 energy. This kind of like buffs and nerfs her at the same time. Because before you would get like 3 energy off of this. Now you gain 5. So if you're doing headshot damage, sure. It's weird. I feel like they actually somewhat buffed her. Because most of the time, you know, after the fire rate, you're not dealing headshot damage, you're only dealing body shot damage. This doesn't nerf her. This actually buffs her. Holy crap, they actually just buffed her. I mean, except for the fact that they reduced her damage per pellet from 10 to 9. This does nothing. She is still meta. How? How could they oversee that?
Pinpoint accuracy.
They just kept her the same. Because what makes Sojourn super strong, if you haven't watched my How to Fix Sojourn video, what makes Sojourn super strong is that she's got a decent weapon from range, you know, something a Tracer or Sombra really would like to have because they're close range. But she can body shot people for 130 damage, and it takes, I think, 8 bullets now, not 7, but 8 bullets now to kill a target. So the time to kill for someone is very short still. And that's on top of the fact that she can headshot, right? Like, Genji has the same time to kill, but he has to risk a lot more and doesn't have range. While Sojourn also has Disruptor Shot on top of that, but also the Slide, which you can reach a lot of elevations. By the way, Moira can't reach up here. They did not nerf her whatsoever. They kind of compensated, buffed her yet again. That's insane. She's still going to be meta. I'm flabbergasted by that. Okay, let's go back to the patch notes. Holy crap. I can't believe that. All right, Kiriko. So Kiriko is super powerful as well because she's got mobility. She's got a mortality. So she's really tough to kill and hard to track down even. And then on top of that, she's got one of the strongest ults, and her single target healing is super powerful, which is what they kind of wrote in the developer comments. And by the way, I've read these. They're kind of infuriating because they talk the right way, but this is what I really care about, and they don't really change anything. So healing a Fuda, recovery time increased from 0.85 to 1 second. That's actually pretty hefty. You know, it is somewhat of a nerf because it nerfs her ability to reactive heal, but doesn't change her numbers whatsoever. Because what they talk about in the developer comments is how if they nerf their healing per second, well, then it incentivizes people to heal even more, which is not what they want. They want Kiriko to deal damage as well. So what you can do is, like Baptiste, you can just hold your left click and right click at the same time, and you can get 2 primary fires. This doesn't change anything either. This is like a nice, maybe quality of life thing. This does not change whatsoever her effectiveness. What makes her strong? It's a support that doesn't have any weaknesses while also having very good healing. They just don't understand anything. So that's my initial reactions to this patch notes. I am very disappointed. This was supposed to be a step in the right direction. I mean, if you look at the Roadhog changed, sure. Okay, you basically made one hero obsolete. That was a problem hero. Sure, you've got that. But man, that is absurd. All right, that's it for me. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.